I wanted to give a review of the WyzeCam Sense that I did just receive. Now, this is not going to be a unbiased review. I've had, as you can see, I own 4 of the standard WyzeCams and 1 of the WyzeCam Pan cameras. I've been a fan. I bought 1, and then I bought more, and then I just kept buying more of them and found more uses for them. I have them outside in silicone housings, and they even withstood minus 50-degree wind chills that were sustained over a couple days here in northern Illinois in 2019. So the cameras still work, man. It's unbelievable the amount of weather we've had. The rain, I mean, Mississippi River just hit a record of 36 days over flood stage, and it's still raining. So these cameras work. They work great. I have them in my garage, in my living room, looking out a window into the backyard, on my porch, looking in my front yard, into my driveway. They're fantastic. So I did want to at least say that I did just receive yesterday my Wyze Sense that I pre-ordered. First comment is, man, this stuff is, I didn't even think it was going to be this small. I figured it would be at least 2 or 3 times as large as what arrived. So you can see what we have here is a motion sensor, not a motion sensor, sorry, a contact sensor that's based on a magnet. So this is magnetic in general. It actually does stick to other things. And the device, you can see it light up there, notices when it comes into contact with the magnet. It is wireless. The motion sensor has a little red LED inside it besides the LEDs here. There's this tiny little hole, and that's what they give you this little tool for, that's set up, that's used for programming. Programming these, it's even easier than programming a WyzeCam. WyzeCam, you actually have to go into the camera or go into your app, generate a QR code, and set it in front of the camera and scan it. That's still ridiculously easy. These are even easier. You simply plug this in to the back of your existing WyzeCam, like I've done here with the Pan, and then you say add device, and you simply choose which of these 2 devices you want to add, and by using this little pin here, you press that little button for a couple seconds, it recognizes it, you name it, and you're done. The fellas and gals at WyzeCam couldn't have done a better job with this product. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. The app keeps getting updated. I'm happy with the app updates. They're spending the time to make this more usable. For a camera you can get for $20 and a camera you can get for $40, it really shipped $40. And it was $20 for this on pre-order. It's still going to be super reasonable price once it's done. I can't think of anything else you would get. And I'm an electrical engineer by trade. I'm a licensed professional engineer. I design buildings, primarily healthcare applications. Healthcare buildings, I do education, I do colleges, I do governmental stuff. My technology team that designs, intrusion detection and cameras, they're the ones that told me about this event originally. They said, you got to check this stuff out. It's amazing. And they're spot on. This stuff's great. So I've had nothing but success and luck. I haven't had any product failures. I'm really happy. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this does. I mean, I was paying $40 a month for monitoring for a professional alarm system. And, once you cut the phone line off, like I did, I lost the monitoring capability. I thus lost the alarm. So this is going to give me control back. Now, I bought 2 of these kits so I can do all of my doors and my garage and my garage door. I actually have a camera in my garage besides a camera in my driveway. Now I'll be able to know every time my garage door is open. Now you can buy something like that for hundreds of dollars, but you can retrofit an existing camera for $20 with a Sense kit for, approximately the same price. And you not only have video of your inside of your garage for, any investigation that happens later, and also real-time data, then you have motion sensing. And I want to talk real quick about why I think this is so important. Cameras are historically used for investigation. If you have a hardwired DVR system, you spent hundreds of dollars on it. You use that system specifically to investigate when something happens. But there's not a lot of stuff you can do in the moment. With WyzeCams and the application and the notifications, you get immediate identification there's something going on. You can look at it at that time. You can talk with two-way audio. You can set a record up. While that's running, you can make a phone call. You can notify the authorities. You get to act in real time. This is bordering on the concept of, what do we call it? We call that intelligent camera sensing, or there's a word that I'm thinking of, and I'm an idiot for not even being able to say it, but this is a fairly impromptu video. Analytics. Analytics is the idea that you can program a computer to look at a camera and identify when something's happening, such as an act of crime, an accident, right? A camera can actually sense when that happens and alert everyone to say, hey, look at this. I think something happened here. WyzeCam basically gives you the performance of high-end analytics in an application that simply says, I saw motion. Are you interested in that? So this stuff is tiny. This is a quarter, and it's about the size of a quarter. So it's discrete. The motion sensor, if you've seen any of the videos, the idea there is if you don't want a camera in someplace because of security, but you want to at least know if someone's walking around, you can at least put this up. It's less expensive than a camera, and really you're just interested in, say, do we have motion? So I can put motion sensors in my basement. I can put motion sensors in my garage. I can sense throughout my house where I want much more affordably than I could anything else. Last thing I'll say before I close this, the range on this is less than I expected. I did actually have to move this to a different spot in the house. I was intending to do that anyway, but I had to move it to a different spot in the house because the first one picked up, but it was fairly close. The second one, that's in the house, not this one specifically, didn't register in time. So I believe there's a bit of a range issue with these two. So that's to say, if you're on the opposite side of a house through a lot of walls, and I have metal lath and plaster walls, it's going to be much more, it's going to have much more shielding effects, and it's going to affect the range and limitations than if you just had simple drywall in a new house. But the only comment I have currently is the range on setup was less than I expected. But if anyone has any questions on this, obviously WyzeCam has an excellent support crew, or you're welcome to ask me anything. I'll always share my personal opinions and my personal experience. Thanks.